Hey there, and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into the science of a happier you. And I'm not talking about that once in a lifetime, win the lottery kind of happy. We're talking about the real stuff, that day to day contentment that you can actually build for yourself. We're going to explore some small, totally doable habits, all backed by science, that can literally help rewire your brain for more joy. So let's jump in.
So let's kick things off with a huge question, one people have been asking forever. Is happiness something you can actively choose and cultivate? Or is it just kind of baked into your personality from the start? It's a big puzzle, but you know what? Science is actually giving us some amazingly clear answers.
And that's where someone like psychiatrist Dr. Alyssa Epple comes in. Her research really drives home this core message. We have way more control over our happiness than we think. It doesn't matter what your natural disposition is or what's going on around you, we can all learn to take the reins. And honestly, that's such an empowering idea, and it's the foundation for everything we're about to get into. Okay, so how does this really work? Well, the science behind it is just fascinating. It's all about this idea of rewiring our brain. When we deliberately do these positive little habits, and this is the key part, we actually pay attention to how good they make us feel, it triggers a positive response. Our brain goes, hey, I like that, and it literally builds new neural pathways to make us want to do it again. It's a real positive feedback loop. Now, it's really important we get clear on something. We're not just chasing fleeting pleasure here, that temporary hit of joy you get from something external. What we're aiming for is so much deeper. It's lasting fulfillment. This is that sense of contentment that you actively build through things like meaningful connections and having a purpose. Think of it like this. One is a quick sugar rush. The other is a genuinely nourishing meal.
So how do we build this fulfillment? Well, the secret weapon here is something called the micro-habit. These are not some huge life-overhauling changes. No way. They're bite-sized, super simple, and actionable things you can do every single day. The magic isn't in any one grand gesture. It's all in the consistency. These are the little bricks we're going to use to build a happier life. All right, that brings us to our very first pillar, your inner world. This is all about the stuff that happens inside our own heads, the thoughts, the perspectives that literally shape how we see everything. Before we can really deal with the outside world, we've got to get our inner world in a good place. And inside this pillar, we've got 4 really powerful micro habits. Daily gratitude, and I mean something as simple as just thinking of one thing you're grateful for when you wake up. Studies show that can boost your mood for the whole day. Reframing negative events isn't about pretending bad things are good, it's just about finding a more neutral way to look at them. Finding awe connects us to the bigger picture, and that self-compassion break, well, that's a crucial tool for getting through tough times. And here is a perfect example of just how simple a microhabit can be. This comes from researcher Kristen Neff, and it's a 3-step exercise for when you're having a hard time. First, you just acknowledge it, okay? This hurts. Second, you remind yourself you're not alone, that this is just part of being human. And third, you offer yourself some kindness. Literally, place a hand on your heart. It's such a powerful way to stop that negative self-talk spiral. Okay, so we've looked inward. Now it's time to expand out to our second pillar, the outer world. It's no secret, we're social animals. Our happiness is so deeply tied to the quality of our relationships. So this pillar is all about strengthening those bonds. The habits here are all about looking outward. Doing 5 small acts of kindness could be as easy as sending a funny meme to a friend who needs it, or holding a door open. Active listening, that just means putting your phone down and giving someone your full attention. And fostering social connections, maybe through a hobby or volunteering, builds that support system that we all need. And that's really the magic of it, right? It's a total two-way street. When you're kind to someone or you really listen to them, you're not just making their day better. You're actually strengthening your own social fabric, which research shows again and again is one of the biggest predictors of life satisfaction. It's a total win-win. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, your lived world. This is where the mind and body really connect. It's all about the tangible, physical things we do and the spaces we put ourselves in. Both of these have a huge direct impact on our mood and our energy. These might be some of the most concrete habits we can build. Spending time in nature, incredibly powerful. Research has shown that even a 12-minute walk outside can lower your stress hormones. Taking digital detox helps us reclaim our focus. Physical activity gives us that awesome endorphin rush. A clean space can lead to a clearer mind. And sleep, well, a good sleep routine is the foundation for pretty much everything else. I mean, just look at the return on investment you get here. We're talking about just 30 minutes of your day. Half an hour outside, boom, less stress. Half an hour of exercise, you get a real chemical mood boost. And half an hour away from screens, you get to be more present in your own life. These are not massive commitments, but the payoff is absolutely huge.
Okay, so we've covered the why and we've covered the what. We've gone through all three pillars. But now we get to maybe the most critical part, the how. How do we actually make these things a part of our lives so that they stick around? And this right here, this is probably the single most important thing to remember in all of this. The goal is not to be perfect at 25 new habits by tomorrow. The real goal is consistency with just one or two. Building a routine that works is all about saving your energy and focus, not burning yourself out. Momentum builds slowly, day by day. Remember, it's all about progress, not perfection.
So, where in the world do you start with all this? It's simple. You start with this number, 1. That's it. The entire transformation, all the brain rewiring we've been talking about, it all starts with one simple choice to try one small thing. Don't get overwhelmed. Just pick one.
Which brings us right back to you. After everything we've talked about, from a moment of gratitude to an act of kindness to just a short walk outside, what is the one small thing you can commit to trying? Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, today. That whole journey to a happier you, it starts with that single, simple choice.